Marvel's Ultimate Universe was brought into existence in 2000 as a modern, more streamlined take on the Marvel Universe. It was pretty popular before it got convoluted, petered out, and finally exploded, literally, in 2015. However, a few characters survived, one of which was the Maker. That universe's version of Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic of the Fantastic Four. But instead of being a hero, he became a narcissistic villain who desperately wants his universe back. And he finally got that wish with the announcement of the Ultimate Universe's return in 2023, starting with a miniseries called Ultimate Invasion that is written by Jonathan Hickman of Blowing Up the Ultimate Universe fame, and drawn by Brian Hitch of Starting the Ultimate Universe fame. Ultimate Invasion would then lead into a one-shot called Ultimate Universe before splitting out into the new Ultimate Universe proper. But is Ultimate Invasion any good, and more importantly, how does it do at setting up the Ultimate Universe? The first issue takes place entirely on the mainline Earth, which is honestly what I expected the whole series to do. You know, be an in-universe explanation for the hardcore Marvel fans while letting the rest of the Ultimate Universe stand on its own for newcomers. But we'll get back to that. The Maker steals a bunch of fancy tech to build a portal, then asks Mr. Fantastic if he'd wished the Maker never existed. Mr. Fantastic is like, yeah. So the Maker goes, I'll remember that, like a Telltale character, and then leaves to his new universe, 6160. The old Ultimate Universe was 1610, get it? The rest of the series takes place in 6160, where the Maker used time travel to make sure most of the superheroes never became superheroes. Thor is imprisoned under Loki's rule in Asgard, the Hulk is a Buddhist monk, Peter Parker never got bitten by the radioactive spider, the Fantastic Four never got hit by cosmic radiation, etc., etc. Also, the Maker built his base right in Latveria, so no Doctor Doom. This is all Mr. Fantastic's fault, by the way. If you're gonna get rid of the Maker, then of course he's gonna get rid of you first. The world is also secretly run by Maker's cabal of world leaders, including the Hulk, Obadiah Stane, Khonshu, and a bunch of X-Men characters. So many X-Men characters. Anyway, they all get attacked by future people. Stane dies, then the Maker kills the attackers by disintegrating their ancestors. Now that Stane's dead, Howard Stark, aka Iron Man, is brought on board, and he's not happy about the whole situation. So the Maker makes him work with this universe's Reed Richards, who is forced to wear Doctor Doom mask by the Maker, to make another time machine. Howard and Reed go, nah, summon the future armies led by Kang the Conqueror, and the Maker, Howard, and Kang seemingly die. Before Howard dies, he sees Kang's face and is like, I messed up. Reed escapes, though, and goes to talk to Howard's son, Tony Stark, at Howard's behest. Howard wanted Tony to help fix the world, and with the data Reed stole from the Maker and Howard's Iron Man tech, Tony's going to. Instead of being Iron Man like his father, though, he's gonna be Iron Lad. In the mainline universe, Iron Lad is Kang, so that's probably why Howard was not happy to learn Kang's identity. The Ultimate Universe one-shot billed itself as a setup and jumping off point, and it sure is. Iron Lad and Doctor Doom, 6160 Reed's new name, break into Asgard to recruit Thor, and Lady Sif joins them. They then find Captain America in the ice and steal some superhero origin story items from the Maker, like Peter Parker's radioactive spider. Then the Cabal blows them up with one of Obadiah Stane's space lasers so they can claim North America for themselves. And that's the end of Ultimate Universe, and thus the end to the prologue of this brand new Ultimate line of comics. I think it does a pretty good job at establishing this new universe and making it intriguing. You have obvious villains with the Cabal, as well as an obvious through line of trying to bring the heroes to a world that desperately needs them by undoing the Maker's plans. There's also Tony's connection to Kang. As someone who's already a fan of Marvel and Hickman's work specifically, I'm very excited for this. However, I am not sure how good of a job it's doing at making the Ultimate Universe accessible for new readers. While it has a lot of references, they either aren't crucial to the narrative, like the universe being named 6160, or the leaders of Japan being Sunfire and the Silver Samurai, or get explained well enough in story. Like, you don't need to know that Khonshu creates Moon Knight for his gimmick of only talking at night while his partner talks only during the day to be interesting. On the flip side, though, depending on how hard the general storylines lean into the restoring the Marvel Universe status quo thing, it may deter readers who don't already know what the characters are trying to fix. I think newcomers can grasp the general concept of the bad guy did time travel to prevent all the superheroes from becoming superheroes, but depending on the details, newcomers may not be able to get much out of the differences between the main universe and the Ultimate Universe, like Magic and Colossus being bad guys here. The story may be written well enough to avert this, but only time will tell. As it stands, the three Ultimate series that we know about are Spider-Man, Black Panther, and X-Men, none of which seem poised to continue Tony Stark's and Doctor Doom's storyline from Ultimate Universe. But I think they have a solid foundation to play around in, and hopefully they'll make some good stories that both follow up on Ultimate Invasion while still being accessible to newcomers, just like the old Ultimate Universe was. P.S. By the time this video will have released, a few of the new Ultimate issues will have released as well. I haven't read them yet because they aren't on Marvel Unlimited, but I think my point still stands about it being too soon to tell if any of them will truly be able to follow up on Ultimate Invasions and Ultimate Universe's plot threads. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to wait. In the meantime, thanks for watching.